this wave. I don't wanna play that game you play. I don't want you to leave, I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body moves. All right.
We are live.
Yes, we are.
She said that about 5 minutes ago. We was just acting like we checking the weather, the news.
She did.
The sports. Shout out to Deion Sanders, though. He did it again.
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
Even though he had niggas up to like 4 o'clock in the morning watching that game. It went double overtime and he won. Guess once you believe anything's possible. Before we went off, you're live. We were talking about the top 5 artists from Atlanta. And you had kind of snuck Future up in there.
Yeah.
I think we kind of went with Outkast, T.I., Jeezy, Gucci.
And I put Future.
And I put Ludacris.
Yeah.
So you put Future over Luda or over, because it's Outkast,
right?
T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, and of course Ludacris. So you put Future over one of them.
It might have to be Ludacris. Ludacris ain't even really from Atlanta.
What?
Ludacris is from Chicago.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Ludacris from Chicago.
Imposters.
he just came down.
But
here.
that nigga made Area Code.
Yeah.
He made a staple song for Atlanta, and he's not even from here.
Nah. But we all consider him
from
Atlanta though. But I think I'll put Future only because I think Future's influence is greater than Ludacris. Like Ludacris has some hits. Like
sometimes I think that's a problem. We kind of our mind is consumed with like right now, and we can't really go back when Ludacris was like dropping bangers.
Yeah,
because you can also put 2 Chainz up there. His albums never disappoint.
Yeah,
never.
Shoot, I still remember the song with when he was in Moneybag. Was it Moneybag Boy? But it was when his name was Titty Boy.
That was his name at one point.
And he had a song with Lil Wayne. I'm trying to remember how that song went. He's had many songs with Lil Wayne. So. No. It was when he was with that group. Duffel Bag Boys. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. I'm counting all day like the clocks on the wall. Get your money, little Duffel Bag Boy. Go on, get your money. That's all where it is. That's all where it is. You had to have a lot of confidence walking around with your name called Titty Boy. Man. Do you know why he called himself Titty Boy? I thought you knew. Oh, I thought you were about to tell me. Oh, no, I don't know. What's up, everybody? I'm just happy he changed his name. I don't even know why I pointed at that, but what's up, everybody? He didn't finish 8th grade. Nigga. That's why they shipped his ass to Nigeria. I'm a college graduate. Who's your top 5 from Nigeria? Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, D'banj, and Two-Face. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Was that in your order or just not? No. That's just not in order. Wiz, Davido, Burna. Yeah. You put D'banj, and then you put Two-Face. Yeah. Fella. Well, I didn't know we were going to go that far. I didn't know we were going to go that far back. I thought we were just talking about who we grew up listening to. Now, Fella, we're going to put Fella has to be number 1 because he's the one that started this whole thing, this whole movement. So. If I'm going to actually, he's not even in top 5. He's GOAT status, and then we have top 5. He's all of their daddies, especially Burna. Oh yeah, Burna and I believe Wizkid. They both try so hard to well, not so hard. They let the world know that they are heavily influenced by that man. And definitely. If you go back and kind of watch some of his documentaries, or at least go watch some of his music videos, he was way ahead of his time. Oh yeah, way ahead of his time. Yeah, I would put, of course, Wizkid is up there, Davido's up there, Burna Boy. Some people are really banging the new Burna Boy, but if you really rock with the Burna Boy before he had dreads, then you know the original Burna Boy. Yeah. It's crazy now because a lot of people are saying he's cockier. He's walking around like he's a president of the world, disrespecting Africans while kissing Americans or European and Americans' ass. I don't know. I mean.
Money changes.
I've been
people,
here. I've been hearing stories about. I've been hearing. Well, no, money really doesn't change people.
Mm-hmm.
Money just enhances who you already are.
Isn't that a change?
No.
Wow.
Because you're still
Elaborate.
okay, because you're still the same person.
Uh-huh.
Money just makes you say, "Oh, now since I've always been this way. Now I can just let y'all see who I really am."
You think so?
Yeah.
I think money changes people, bro.
You think so?
I think so. I think once you get that, especially if it's guaranteed money. See, there's difference between like money that you know is temporary and money that you know is like guaranteed. I'm not talking about paychecks. I'm talking about somebody that's sitting in like with like $5 million in their bank account, guaranteed. There's no when people say how much you think that person's worth, and they say their net worth is worth $400 million, they don't have $400 million in cash.
It's assets.
It's like if I sold my Rollie, if I sold this Bentley, if I sit in, I'm talking about you have a guarantee 5 M's in the bank account, right? Versus a scammer does a couple of licks, he gets $120,000 here. That guy that does that lick is not.
Okay, because there's some scammers that make good on their money.
They do, but they don't spend it the same way a person that has a guarantee does. If you guarantee,
I want to listen. How do scammers spend it compared to people that have the guarantee 500? I want you to explain that. Elaborate.
All right. So I don't believe scammers have what I consider an ambition, or they don't have the will to extend their money. If I'm going to do a scam and get like 150,000, 50,000, whatever the case may be, and I can partner up with 3 other people that's doing the same thing, let's build a business. Let's go ahead and build something, right? So that if anything was to go wrong, we know this money's coming in. It's the money's going to be long. We're going to probably open up like 5 laundromats in areas that they really need laundromats, right? That's how you get the money to keep coming in. That's what the $5 million person is doing. He's invested his money. Okay. So when he goes to spend his money, even though he can ball out like the scammers, he's not going to, because he knows that money that I'm going to spend on that, I can use it to do something else. Where the scammer's like, look at my Rolex.
Oh, Louis Vuitton floors. Yeah. We all know who that is.
If you've been to Captain D's, you know exactly what we're talking about. You saw what I did there.
I saw what you did there. I know what you did there.
If you've been to Captain D's,
you know exactly who we talking about.
If you're in America, then it should be no brainer. But if you're in Nigeria, just Google Captain D's menu.
Sides. And look at the sides. Now, he not a side. He's not a side because that nigga was making bank. But his name is a side.
Wow. He was making so much money.
I'm telling you, man.
That's the thing. Then you kind of dig into why scammers almost always go that route. Is it route or route?
Route. I say route.
You wonder why they go that route, but that you have to almost dig into their past, and you see that they never really had it, right? So they have to prove it to somebody.
But that's majority of people, though. Majority of people don't have that.
The majority of the people, they grow up and get it the legal way, right? So there's no really showing off when you see they show off their title. I'm a doctor, engineer. I'm a pastor, reverend. All of that is one title. Physician. All of that. I'm an aeronautic, pastor, pilot. This is my son. His name is Femi. He's a pastor, doctor, engineer. He's a pilot. He almost
Harvard. He was
almost president. But Obama
I told him, don't do it. Let Obama get it. He will do it some other time.
And Nigerians love to say, the Holy Spirit told me that he's going to become president. But I said, Jesus, please, I don't want that responsibility for my son. So Jesus said, okay, I'll find something else for him too.
I swear to God, I can't even lie, but African accents be tripping me out. I love to hear it, especially like when I was in middle school and I was in Nigeria. All the students would just listen to our teachers, especially the ones that were from the village.
Oh yeah.
I was just listening to a video on Instagram, and it was talking about how Africans talk, and so he was like, he said, man, they just want to put egg inside my food. All they did was just put egg. They want to kill me with egg. I don't want egg. All this egg. Do you want me to shit egg? I was dying, bro. I was dying because we all know that that's true.
Where's his heads box? Excuse me?
You want apple? You want apple? Ah, okay, come. I'll bring you apple.
The aeroplane's about to land. Hero what? Heroin. Did you say heroin or aeroplane? I can't really blame them. You know, you're kind of a product of where you grew up in.
Yeah.
But if you can correct your brothers and sisters, please tell them there's no H in the beginning of an airplane or apple.
Vowels, bro.
It's not an Xbox. Just X. Say X, not eggs. But I will turn off your Xbox. And Spanish too, you know, they got their own too. Gualmat. Should go to Gualmat. There's no G. It's Walmart.
It's because
the accent,
just like Jay.
Yeah.
Like somebody was. I remember there was a comedian I was talking about. He said that his
the PlayStation.
No,
shut up the PlayStation.
Like, what? He was talking about his the dude that does his grass. he was texting him and he said something funny, and then he wrote back JAJAJAJA, and he was like, the dude said ja. No, he said, oh.
I ain't gonna lie, the first time my friend texted me that, I had all in Spanish. I was like, how do Spanish people laugh? The first time I saw Rodriguez that played for your team when he scored, and I heard Jaime, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh, it's Jamie. But they said Jaime.
Jay's head.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
I don't know why it's silent, but it works for them, right? Just like us. Whenever they see certain names, I'm like, but there's no SH there, and then we tell them that we have
accent. Like my last name, there's underneath the S is an accent, so it's SH.
Exactly, but there's no H there.
Right.
It's just that accent makes it an SH.
Right.
The more you kind of understand languages, the easier it gets. But yeah, the scammers are more short term, right? And I believe that's usually where the women that want to have fun or get a quick come up go towards. They know going towards the guarantee is going to be a little bit harder.
It's boring. It's boring.
It's not just you're right. It's boring. It's boring for them.
Nobody really wants a boring relationship.
But those women, they want to secure a husband, have a family. And
yeah, but people. I think people nowadays they don't really want. They want an exciting relationship because when you look at Instagram and you see all these couples on Instagram, people say, I want the type of relationship, the exciting, the one where you could go to trips every weekend, or you guys go to a fancy restaurant every Saturday or Sunday or something like that. Nobody really wants
I truly believe there's a difference between them saying this bullshit on camera and what happens in real life, right? Like I believe that real life really humbles them at some point where nobody's calling them. Because if you're sitting there thinking you're the hottest thing out there, you have to understand one thing. The more value, which also includes me, a man possesses, the more competition that you're in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if he's single. If he's in a relationship or if he's married, there's still the competition. But if he's single and you think that you not bringing anything to the table but your what I'm saying? Your looks. That was a nice way to put it. Just your looks, then you fail to understand that somebody out there is prettier than you, that's willing to do the stuff that you're trying to hold out on, right? So he has that to his table. So then if he wants something else, there's another girl that has 100 million in her bank account. He has 300 million, and she does the thing that other girl does, and she looks better than that girl. So that's another girl that you have to. So you can see that it's a competition, and it's real. It's out there. There's a reason why somebody like Jay-Z is with the Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
Right. Beyonce didn't go Jay-Z because of the looks. I'm sorry. Let's keep it real.
We all know that.
Let's keep it real.
She didn't go with him because of
he's a very powerful man.
Yeah, he's rich.
He's influential.
He's influential.
He's stamped in hip hop for forever.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
In music culture,
he's going to go down as one of the best rappers
ever. He will be top 5 for forever, even though he hasn't released music in forever. Eminem hasn't released.
He does a lot of features though.
Yes,
he does do a lot.
But he also now has a lot of ventures in his business, right?
Yeah.
So Beyonce got with him. Maybe he's a sweet talker. Maybe he did some rapping to her. She said, "Oh my God, Jay-Z, I want to marry you." And he said, "H to the Izzo."
To the Izzy. For shizzle, my Dizzy used to drove down to BA. Or was it VA? BA? I don't know.
I think it was BK.
BK?
Brooklyn.
Oh,
isn't he from Brooklyn?
I don't know where. I know he's from New York.
Wow. Yeah, I know he's from Marcy Projects. He talks about that a lot.
For real?
He talks about the Marcy Projects a lot. And I think his mom just got married to her girlfriend, I think a year ago. Beyonce was there. Beyonce's Tina Lawson, her mother.
Yeah.
You know she's divorced, right?
Oh, I know. I did.
Yeah. Apparently, her husband he has a Twitter, and you know on Twitter you can like some stuff, and it's in a section on your Twitter.
Yeah,
likes.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't know that people could see that.
So what was he like?
Oh, bro,
what was he like?
I'm talking these big booty bitches. I ain't talking about the one that go to church. I'm talking about these OnlyFans bitches. He was just liking them. He said, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch this.
I'll watch this for later."
No, you know how OP, bro. He like, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch this when I'm in the shower, nigga." She gonna think I'm in the shower.
I'm on the toilet. I'm gonna take this newspaper with me.
Fuck the newspaper, nigga. I got. You know they don't call it like I got my phone. I got the iPhone.
Got my cellular device.
Tina knocking on the door. You okay? Get out of here.
Yeah, baby, I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know when I'm done. Oh my goodness.
A lot of women say they don't expect their men to cheat, and that some women will consider that a form of cheating because I'm going to land with something. But if you're going to do it, don't embarrass me. Nobody likes to get embarrassed, right? Like I've heard many women say, if he gonna do something, at least don't do it with my homegirl or don't do it with somebody I know because that girl is going to embarrass you. Niggas don't do that. Niggas, they just look at you in the eye and be like,
niggas don't even talk. Niggas can be cheating. Man, a female could have a side dude and she could introduce the side dude to the main dude and the side dude just be looking like, what's good, bro? What's good, bro?
Hey, y'all play basketball over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hoop with y'all.
Right. Yeah, be friends with the main.
And that should be turning her on. You see how devilish that woman is? She's like, ooh, maybe I can ask for a threesome. Nah.
That's a trade.
Exactly. You explained that to me. You broke that shit down. Yep, that is a train.
Yes, that is a trade.
When multiple people are catching that one thing,
yeah,
it's a trade.
It's a trade.
Yes.
Now, if all three of them are indulgent, then
that's different.
That's different.
A different story.
But if it's just one against
all
two,
aboard,
right? That's a trade. And it's the same way. If it's the same way for if it's a guy and two women. If it's
how do you feel about I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
How do you feel about a woman that wants a threesome with two men? I saw this one thing on Instagram and I didn't know how to feel about it. It says, I'm sorry, not Instagram. Instagram is too PG for it. It was Twitter. Twitter had said normalize women loving or liking what they like, and it was a woman saying that she wanted to have a threesome with two guys.
I mean, she wants to do it. I mean,
how do you feel about that as a man hearing about that?
Okay,
towards a woman,
as a man hearing about that, I'll be like, damn, okay. But in my mind,
that wasn't saying much, bro.
No, okay. I'm be 100% honest. I'll be thinking, I wouldn't wife her, but she free to do whatever she want to do.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't wife her?
I don't want to imagine my girl taking multiple penises to the face or stuff like that. So yeah, that's my only thing.
Because she's embarrassing you, or because it's just not something that you. What if the roles were reversed? I wouldn't be taking penises to the face. No. If you were having some with two girls, I call him on FaceTime. He's like, "I'll call you back." Bro, my reactions are like, I'm driving up there right now. I'm about to kill this nigga. We have to have a talk. So intervention? Yes, bro. Two girls. Okay. And you. Uh-huh. Nobody's seen the sex tape or anything like that. But years later, your girl asked you, have you had a threesome before? And you're being honest with her. And you say, yes, you have. Right. And then she starts to look at you different. Or you know your girl's freaky and you guys are just talking sexual stuff and you ask her, would you ever have a threesome? She says yes.
But the difference is,
and then she says, she asks you, would you? And you'd be like, yeah. And then she says, okay, let's have one.
I wouldn't even want to have a threesome
with your girl. Because
I don't want to share my girl.
There you go. You see, there's certain people.
And not only that, can I just say something before you continue?
Sir. Yes, sir.
The difference is I had a threesome. Mm-hmm. She had a train.
But she didn't tell you. What if it was a girl in the...
Okay, then we have to disclose that information. Okay. But if it was just two dudes going to town on her, that's not a threesome.
I could just see your face after she says, yeah, it was with two dudes. You're like, get the fuck out of my bed. Get the fuck out my bed, yo. It's like, what? I thought we were opening up towards each other.
Don't open up to me. You could have taken that to the grave.
You said two girls. I said two guys. I'm okay with you. Why aren't you okay with me?
Because I do think men and women look at things differently. Their perspective on certain aspects of life are different.
Yes,
a girl.
But is it fair?
I don't think it's fair. But it's just life. Yeah, because if a girl hears sometimes I won't say I won't say all women, but a lot of women, they hear that you had threesomes and you were actually able to please these women as you were doing it.
Both of them,
right? Mm-hmm. They may most likely be impressed.
I think threesomes really truly involves both of the girls.
Yeah,
they're just including you.
Basically, that's why I say it's a sum.
Yeah,
there's a difference between a sum and a train, right?
The girl.
What are you about to say?
The girls are like, he gonna last 2 minutes and then we gonna get. Matter of fact, 45 seconds.
You know what? Let's think about real quick. Let's think about real quick. We'll deal with him first, and then we gonna get to ourselves.
About 45 seconds, and then it'll be me and you for about 2 hours. Okay. That nigga snoring. He on the bed, just like
he ain't even on the bed. He on the couch. He on the chair. Not even the couch. He on the chair like this.
They both looking in like. Let's never do this again. Let's go.
Just call me when you need me.
Now, a threesome that starts off at the threesome becomes a relationship sum.
Uh-huh.
You had a threesome with your girl and a girl. Let's make that clear, right? Because it's not a train. Uh-huh. And then you come home and you now start to see that girl on a regular basis. But you're not having sex with her. But she's around your girl.
Then I'll be like, what's going on? We
let me keep in this picture.
We had the secret meetings without me.
Exactly. And then one day you surprised because you got no lunch, so you go home to go make lunch, and they're making out on the couch as you walk in.
I'll be like, so this is what we signed up for?
How do you feel? Are you excited? Are you excited? Like, let me join in. No, or are you upset?
I'll be upset.
I feel the same way.
I'll be upset because
I feel like you're cheating on me.
That's cheating.
Is it cheating on the sexual part or cheating like you guys are starting something? And I feel like my girl's emotions are now.
I think it's
feeding off of her.
I think it will be both, to be honest with you.
Because you wanted to have sex with both of them.
Yeah. And you just discluded me. Like
you came on to make a sandwich and you see a sandwich going on in front of you. A scissor sandwich, bro. They both got on their boy shorts, they tank tops. And then when you start with someone, they try to act like they won't do nothing. What you doing home? I'm like, bitch, what are y'all doing under those fucking comforters?
You know the worst thing?
It's cold. It's summertime.
You know the worst thing is toxic people when you catch them doing something wrong and then they try to flip it on you.
Oh my God. Like, why you always tripping? You know what? I'm going back to work. I'm gonna kill him.
She just called me crazy. She just called me crazy.
Not only that she called you crazy, that girl, she has her back. Like, nigga. As soon as she said, you always tripping. You know what she says behind that? I know, right? You need to calm down. I just came home and y'all was making out. You didn't. That's what you saw. You tripping.
Ooh.
I know you hungry.
Why they try to switch them?
You came home because you hungry and you see things though. Then you fuck around and go get this teddy bear. They got a hidden camera in there so you can make sure you're not crazy. And then you see them again and you show it to them like, nah, that ain't even us. That ain't even us. You're like, yo, I'm moving out.
I can't do this.
I can't do I'm not doing this. I'm not going to jail.
Let's get to some comments before we even continue.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have Jamie. She said, hey, Mo. D Nice in the building. Hey, everybody. We're going to say hey back to y'all.
Showing everybody love.
Yeah. They said they went back to what we were talking about, the
top five?
No, the train.
Train, yes.
He said, Alexa, play My Girl by The Temptation. That's exactly what happened on P Valley.
So we can all agree that having a threesome with two girls.
No, it's not even is the sex or the gender of the person isn't the issue.
Okay.
It's the fact that, because it's going to get a little explicit, just a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
But let's just say it is a girl and two guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a threesome.
A girl and two guys.
Yeah, it could still be a threesome.
Like you said, it depends on.
You have to, but everybody has to be interacting with everybody. If it's just two against one, that's a trait. No matter if it's boy, female, no matter if it's two guys and a girl or two girls and a guy. It's still the reason why we say that two girls and a guy is usually a sum is because even the girls are interacting with each other.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yes, but we're going to agree that when a girl has a threesome with two guys,
it's usually they just go in.
They look down on her as a hoe.
Yeah, they do.
As opposed to a girl being another girl and a guy, it's looked at as being a fantasy, because then you see the two girls doing their thing.
No, I think they'll still have the same perception. They might just be more like.
No, I've never seen two girls look. I've never seen a threesome with like two girls and a guy look down on more
one particular
than two guys.
Oh yeah.
They're like, is she a hoe? They ran a train on her ass.
Yeah.
Versus, oh damn, she had a threesome with this other bad bitch.
You're right.
You know, her nigga. You know, it's different.
You're right.
So it kind of ties back to what you were saying, where you said, I don't know if you said you can stomach it or you just don't feel comfortable knowing that your girl has had a threesome and it was with another guy, like two guys, was destroying, was slapping, was pulling, was doing all of that to your girl, right? Versus another girl being a little softer, you know, she's caressing, she's softly kissing.
Unless the girl,
young MA.
No, you cheated.
So, and you need help. You're in a room with a nigga and a dyke, and you? No. That's like you walking into a restaurant and saying, you walk into a sofa restaurant and say, I want the AP wing fried rice. They'll be like, what the fuck? No, you're gonna get the jerk chicken. You know?
Because I don't see, and that most likely will be a trade. Because I don't see MA saying, hey, I'm gonna let old dude touch me. That's when you see. So you see, it could still be.
You're right.
It could still be a trade.
If you break it down and get really technical, a train can be defined in different ways. But
we take it turns.
It's only one thing,
right? We take it turns.
It ain't no fun till we all get some.
Right. While some like, oh, you get a piece, you get a piece, you get a, that. So that's that. That's all I'm trying to say. So when I be hearing people talk about it, they be like, da da da. I be like, nah, bruh.
You think it's wrong for anybody in a relationship to ask for a threesome?
No, if that's your thing, go ahead.
No, not if that's your thing. They're asking, so it can't be their thing. Yet they're asking permission. Can we invite somebody into our bedroom? I don't think any man will say no to that. Most men, you said you would.
I'm saying no.
You would.
Yeah.
To your wife, your girl, your fiance, or just in general? Like
in general.
Okay.
In general.
So a girl that you're interested in, you would not want to have a threesome with another girl because you don't like sharing. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Right.
And once you we were just all lot. Exactly.
Once you open up that Pandora's box,
it's over.
It's over.
It's over. You can't go back.
There's like probably 80,000 movies like this on Tubi. Go on Tubi.com. There's a lot of movies that have this whole let's have some fun, right? And then you invite somebody into your bedroom. And what's to say the guy doesn't start to have more feelings towards the third than the main, right? So then the man and the girl start to meet up secretly and they have an affair. And let's just say she gets pregnant. Your wife has no idea for the past year and a half you've been having this secret affair with this person you had a threesome with one night. Some people can handle threesomes. They let the wife pick out. They do what they do, and the wife has all context. So when it's over, right? And some people are very religious, so it's not even coming close to there. And then some people say, you know what, I need to do this. It's better than having my girl or my husband cheat on me, right? But you're not supposed to do anything that you're going to regret.
Right.
Especially something that you're 100% not comfortable with. Because just because your husband or wife has this interest in somebody else and you don't want to lose your significant other, what's to say he or she's not going to do that like another 5 years down the road?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing. And the reason I say it opens up Pandora's box is because of this. So I was watching, there's this show on Netflix. It's called Captain F.
Yeah.
And so there was a particular episode where this man, he said to his wife, hey, I want us to spice up our relationship. I think we should do this. And he basically said we should go to a swingers club. They went to a swingers club. This dude was struggling to participate in the club.
He couldn't get his engine started, or he just
that, and so basically he couldn't get his engine started. The girl that he was talking to was like, forget this. Yeah, I'm out. Then he was like, you know what? I'm not feeling this no more. Let me get my wife and go home. He opened the door. His wife in a sex swing, surrounded by like 15 dudes. The Captain F. The something like Captain Fall.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay. Or Captain Fall. I think that's what the name is. Captain Fall.
And they was taking their turns on her?
Bro, they were taking turns. He opened the door. He was like, what the hell? He was like, babe, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go.
She said no.
She was like, no, we said we're going to let each other enjoy our time here. He's like, I'm ready to go. Everybody, all the men looked at him, was like, dude, stop messing up the vibe, bro.
So you're saying that he went there super excited. And then he gets there and he can't start his car, but his wife was ready. And she was already going. She was tied up,
man,
and she had multiple cars out there waiting for her.
Multiple drivers.
There we go. We have the Fearing King says, "Do you think that most guys sees women as possessions or something that can or should be penetrated?" Well, every woman gets penetrated,
right?
Unless you are, a lesbian or that's not your preference. Possession-wise, some guys do, right, and some guys don't. Some guys see it as a partnership. Right? Like, I don't see her as beneath me and I don't see myself as being superior. But if push comes to shove and somebody breaking the house, we know who's going to be the one that's going to go out there to go check the noise, right?
Exactly.
It's usually the man, and that's the man being the protector. But, when it comes down to finances, I kid you not, every man that I've talked to says the person that takes care of all the finances is the woman, the person making the money. Don't get it twisted. It's like, I asked my brother right here, what's your login to your T-Mobile account or your bank? I don't know. My wife takes care of, my girl takes care of all of that. That's just the wives. They take care of all of the paperwork. And then
because I guess it's like we make the money. And
even when they making
but I'm saying even if we make the money and we give it to basically whatever they want, whatever's going to be bought inside the house,
mm-hmm.
or whatever is going to be used for the house or whatever, they usually know what it is. So what the basic thing is just be like, okay, here you go. Whatever you need to use this for groceries, whatever, for the rent, whatever. And then when they call on us, it's about this needs to be fixed.
Yes.
I need you to do this.
Can you take my car to the mechanic?
Yeah, my oil light came on.
I'm like, where your debit card at? I'm gonna take it, but I'm gonna pay for it. I'm paying for it with your debit card. Scorpio 29 Valentine says sharing is caring. That's what I heard when I was little. Now sharing has its limits in relationships / marriages. Absolutely. If you can't find somebody that's on your side that kind of understands the boundaries and limits of sharing. Some people really get in relationships and they put on two faces, the face that they want to use to impress somebody.
Yeah.
And sometimes they carry that face for so long that they can no longer show their true identity. In other words,
or they show it, and then next they hide it for so long, and then when they finally show it, you in awe.
You're like, are you fucking crazy?
Right.
Like, we need to break up right now. Where did this come from?
Right.
A woman that she really doesn't like to wash dishes every day. Before you got a girlfriend, you had to wash your dishes, right? But because day one or week one or month one, every time you guys each wash the dishes, you just left it there. Even days where she don't spend the night, you just leave the dishes there. She'll be here in 2 days, and she gets there and she sees a whole bunch of shit. But because she wants to impress you,
She does.
She just washes the dishes. But when she's washing them dishes, you're not home, and she puts on her FaceTime and she's on the phone with one of her homegirls.
Like
this she is ripping you 10 new assholes.
Of course.
He ain't shit. I don't know why I'm here. Blah, 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 blah. And then you come through the door. Hey, baby.
You know what? That's the equivalent.
Why didn't you wash your dishes? She's doing that. She doing that shit as a joke, but she really fucking means it.
Dead ass.
Like, you could, but then y'all get married, and then from, hey, baby, right? She says you could have washed your dishes. You know, I'm sick of this.
Or who you leave that plate in the sink for?
The true, and that's why we men say she changed after marriage. You did. You should show us who you truly are from day one, right? Because I guarantee you, I bet you men will accept you a lot. Well, we accept in general, right? But we won't have that moment of, yo, she crazy. Just out of nowhere, she just came out with this whole energy about leaving the dishes in the sink and she mad I don't do laundry. She was doing all that shit for the past 2 years. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That. And men don't just wake up and just realize that, oh, she has a new career. We have a baby together. She's going back to school. Maybe I should chip in and do some stuff around the house. We're like, the honest truth, bro, we're like kids. Yeah. We're grown kids to an extent where you have to almost respectfully, right? And find a very nice way to communicate with us. And hey, do you mind? Just don't come up to us while we playing our FIFA and say, nigga, why you always playing FIFA? Oh, I'm going to his house.
But you know what?
You come home around 2:00 in the morning because you don't want to deal with the whole. You see me play this PlayStation or this Xbox. You've seen me play it every day. You see me do it every day. But because right now you're frustrated, right? You want to come back and take that whole energy out on me instead of finding a very proactive way to address the situation.
But to piggyback on
respectfully.
To piggyback on that, though, what I'll say is this. I think both parties, some sort of way, are children in a sense.
Say it again.
I think both parties in some sort of way are children in a sense. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say that is because, perfect example, what a guy wants or what a guy would love is for a woman to take care of him in that sort of way. Like I'm done with eating. You take the plate and everything like that. Yeah. I
don't understand why it's hard for us to get that. But then when we take you to the mall and you get whatever you want,
and that's what I was just about to go into. It is under the same breath. Women are like children in the relationship because I'm not going to say all, but a lot of women will want a man to take care of them.
Yes,
a lot of women will want a man to buy him stuff, buy her stuff, and everything like that.
Yeah,
which is who does that in your life? Usually, your dad does that.
Yep.
So
not your mama.
So
your mama's telling you to come in the kitchen and learn how to make this new recipe.
Right. So we both have these childish things that we have going on with each other, because women want a guy that's going to be that's going to show provision and take them wherever they want to go, or buy them whatever they want to buy. And a guy wants a woman that's going to cater to his needs at the same time, in the sense of, oh, you take my plate to the sink, or oh, you did my laundry. We appreciate it. Not saying we don't appreciate it. We will always appreciate it.
Yes.
But that's just the way.
The relationship has always had a very, very easy formula. Like Fury and King, I was going to get to that next, so we can go ahead and kind of just touch on it.
Okay.
The fact that Tyler Perry actually came out and said what he said and he was getting dragged by it is extremely, yes, I will. It's extremely disappointing from women. So Tyler Perry's out there saying that we do have women, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because I didn't really go into full context, but Tyler Perry said something to the effect that black women are making more money, they're more educated, whatever the caliber you want to put it, women are up there right now. And just because you make this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to look down on that. Money shouldn't define where you sit at the ladder, because at the end of the day, you need a partner to tango. And in comments on Instagram, I believe Ball Alert, I saw Shade Room was on there. You know, the women were dragging him, but this is a billionaire that's actually giving advice to black women so that some black women. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this other thing, because certain black women are out there more educated. They have more money, but they are not in a family household. Only because the people that are approaching them are beneath them financial wise, education wise. There are so many African women that are married to African men, and the African women are making more than an African man. The African woman is more educated than an African man, but the African woman is still submissive. I know they hate that word, but they're still see their husband as the head of the household. Even though they're making more money, they went to college and they got their PhD or they became doctors, and their husbands are probably like an accountant. I'm not saying that they're bums. I'm saying that the woman is making more than the husband, but the woman still understands her role. Maybe going forward in life, women and men don't want the title as roles, because it's nothing for you to hear guys say to a woman, "Yo, bro." Why are you using the word bro to a woman to describe a woman? You're already making her masculine, right? And then you have these women out here acting very masculine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like men want something soft at the end of the day. They want to be taken care of. I mean, you have brothers. You can kind of almost understand how when we were little, who did our laundry? Our mother. Who was the one that, and our father was there. Our father taught us the manly stuff, right? But who took care of us? Who was nurturing us? When we had a bad day, who was there to tell us that everything was going to be okay? Sometimes it's our father, but majority of the time it's our mother. Well, when we get with a girl, that's exactly what we are trying to experience. And like my brother said, it's no different than how your father treated you when you were little, and he rewarded you and he took you shopping, your first dress, your sneakers, your first car. Your father, if he was in your life, was more than likely responsible for a lot of how you view men right now, right? And if you are out there saying, like I saw this I don't know what her name is, but she was on somebody's podcast and she says she asked dudes to show them their bank account on the first date. Like, go onto your Bank of America app, go into your Wells Fargo app, log in and show me how much you got in your bank account.
Well, they were stupid if they did.
I would have got up and walked.
Right.
I'm like, we're living in a fucking stimulation, bro. Because some people have this unrealistic idea of how they should be taken care of and looked at when they haven't even looked in the mirror.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, but also at the same time, I'll have to. Sorry, my mic was muted, but no, I agree with you. But I think it's also both sides, because a lot of men aren't the way that they used to be here in this country. Like the way there are men that are basically doing what they need to do also to get the type of woman that they want to. Like one thing I'll say is that you are what you attract. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
If you're attracted to a certain type of person, then you might need to take a look at yourself. If you continuously take it like attracted to the same type of person, like there are guys out here that aren't doing what they're supposed to do as a man. Let's perfect example. Let me give you an example as this. If you don't have a job, I'm not saying all men don't have a job, but if you don't have a job, if you're overweight, it's true.
Yeah,
because
I've been there before.
if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if you're not acting like the type of man that a woman wants, it's hard for you to get the type of woman that you really want.
Yeah.
And it's the same way for a woman too. If you're not the woman that a man wants, you're not going to get the man that you want.
Sometimes I feel bad for women because I believe they have to settle.
Yeah, sometimes they do have to settle.
Because it doesn't matter where they look. There's either going to be a fuck boy or a guy that has 10 baby mothers, or a guy that's just all about, problem. But the guy that's actually about it has like 10 girls behind him. So she doesn't feel like she has any way of actually securing that guy. So it becomes, frustrating for them. We as men, we need to get it together too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
we need to almost, but sometimes we give out what we get. We have a lot of women out there that have these unrealistic visions of what they consider a partner, where they don't want a 9-to-5 anymore. Right.
Yeah.
If you don't want a 9-to-5, that's perfectly fine. But you're going to get somebody that's going to be working while you're on vacation. He's going to have his laptop because he needs to fund this vacation. And if that bothers you, then again, you don't have the foundation of what becoming a career man means. Not everybody. I know we live in Atlanta, and I said this to my sister recently. I said, people live in Atlanta, but people don't know what people do. But we know there's a lot of money coming in and out of Atlanta, but I never see nobody go to work. But there's always traffic on the highway, right? There's always somebody at brunch.
And the traffic is worse now.
Yes.
There's traffic from morning to evening.
Some men take it too far. These expectations of you to want someone to take the place of your mom, but don't want to reciprocate on the paternal side. Okay, so she's saying pretty much that if you're going to ask me to do this and that and almost be like your mother, but you're not trying to do the same thing that my father kind of almost did for me, then why are we even at the same table?
Right. And that's why I said we both have our childish traits. Men want a woman that's going to treat them like their mother. Women usually want a guy that's going to treat them how their dad treat them.
Yeah, stop listening to ideas off social media. That should be the first advice, right?
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people are getting their ideas of what a successful relationship is when all you see on social media is goals. You never see the downs. You always see the ups. You always see this girl that walks into her room and there's a Chanel purse, or there's a whole bunch of roses. What did he do for her to get that? He might have fucked up, right? Or he might have just gifted her, or she might have just gifted herself so she can look good on the gram. Right. You don't know, but in your mind, you're thinking, well, the next nigga I date or the next person I date, that person has to buy me Chanel.
Right. Hey, man, got to stop. Y'all got to stop trying to be something that y'all not either. Yes. Like, if you're not a baller, you don't got to fake to be a baller. I mean, there are women out here that don't want a baller.
Nobody's saying don't impress her, but don't go rent a fucking Ferrari when you got a Camry in your garage.
Right.
Not in your garage, in your apartment
and
complex.
You live in an apartment complex, and when she want to come over, you driving a Ferrari into an apartment complex.
Not only that, you keep on getting this Airbnb that you keep on hoping it's open so that you park the Ferrari at that Airbnb.
So basically, you telling me that you spent it nearly
yes, bro,
$600,
yes, bro,
$700
out there, yes, and
just for one night.
That don't even include the dinner, right? Or she want to go pop some bottles after. You're doing all of this. And then one day, you're in traffic, and you look to your right, and that shorty's looking you dead in your eye in your 1994 Camry, with your white button down on in your pants.
She said, roll down the window.
He said, don't work.
She called you on your phone. It's like, what happened to your car? It's in the shop.
Then what is that?
Oh, this is my homeboy car.
Why didn't Ferrari give you a loaner car? That's what they always do.
Because
you stuttering now. I'm gonna talk to you later.
No.
Women know we can spot the bullshit.
Oh yeah,
they just enjoy the ride because
they're
getting something.
Half of the time, I do be thinking that sometimes they know that you lying, but they're like, you know what? I'm gonna play this out just to see how it go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get what I
want
from this. I'm getting me a brand new Chanel. I'm gonna get my bill paid.
This nigga gonna be
yes. And then he's gonna try to call me. I'm gonna block him, right? Fuck that nigga. His name's gonna be fuckboy my phone, right? And niggas, once we feel that rejection, we try every way to get in contact with you.
Oh yeah.
We open up 10 new Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? We try to find your email address.
I think we've all been there. Yeah. When the girl don't hit you back, you start blowing up a number.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? We were just having a great time.
It's not going blue no more. It's green, bro.
I don't even see her. I don't see her profile on my Instagram no more.
And if you real desperate, we were like, "Yo, my nigga, I'm about to ask you something, but don't."
Let me use your phone real quick.
Text this number right quick.
No. Let me use your phone right quick. Let me use your phone real
quick. And that
thing
go blue, and it shows delivered. And you be like, "Hey, she respond, don't answer back, bro."
Thirsty. If you thirsty enough, you might give a call.
Yeah, from that phone.
Be like, "Oh, that shit, bitch, red."
You'd be like, damn, Keish. She's like, who's this? I'm like,
you don't remember me?
No, be like, you know who it is. And then she hang up again. For your king says keep your relationship off social media. Yes. I don't agree with that 100%, right? But I will say if you're gonna be on social media, don't give people every door into your life. Your life has multiple doors, right? Your life has your life, your married life, your family life, your home life, your friend life, right? There are multiple doors out there, but you don't have to give people access to everything. But the reason women do this is because they say they're not competing, but they want to compete with the next woman. Look at what my man got me. Look at what my man got me.
You think that's it?
What do you think?
I think people just in general just like the feeling of people liking their stuff.
Show me.
It's like a dopamine hit.
Show me the men that are actually gifting the women the gift, and then show me the women that are showing off the gifts they got. You know what I'm saying? The man that went to Tiffany to buy his wife the bracelet didn't record his whole journey to Tiffany and present it to her. He said, "Baby, I got you something." And she said, "Oh, hold on." And then she go to the box. She put it on the bed. She put all the decoration. She go buy the roses from the grocery store. She put it on the bed. She said, "Hurry up, bring me the bottle of the wine." She put it right there too, and she take a picture.
It's also like when they go out to dinner, you never see who across the table from them. You only see them and they food.
Like 10 plates. Thinking to yourself, I know you're not eating all this shit. Who is that man right there? I can see his knuckles. I can see his knuckles, and I can tell he's old. It's wrinkly. It's a sugar daddy.
They black.
Or because some of them, if they don't put the music over it, and you hear the people in the restaurant, you hear the man. What's going on over there? What's going on?
I said, "What you do, baby? No, come over here and give me some sugar." She's like, Mr. P.
I'm on live.
Mr. P, I'm on live.
You can be live right now.
Got me live. You got me live, sugar boy.
You can get in my Buick right now. So yeah, I do believe that certain things of your relationship should be kept extremely private.
Yeah, I do.
I think that a lot of people, because of celebrities putting their business out there on social media, I think we just learned today. A lot of people learned today that Tiana Taylor and Iman are no longer together. They've been separated. But Tiana,
oh, for real?
See what I'm saying? Because if you looked at it on social media, you would have no idea.
I was thinking they were happily married.
See, because they don't let people into their realm like that. You can speculate, you can have questions, but she said it's been for a minute now they've been separated.
Well, same thing with Jeezy and Jetty Ma. Nobody knew that was. People were like, this nigga just came out of the blue with the divorce, with filing divorce.
She should have never said what she said when she said she likes white meat, but she likes dark meat on the side.
No, but I heard from
and
what
Jeezy,
I heard,
Jeezy was like, "Huh? Hey." Then we get the divorce paper.
Bitch, I ain't even have to marry you.
He went right back to Snowman. You can't. Certain things you say will come back and haunt you.
So, but I also heard it was because she has a bad attitude too. I'm not sure if that's true, but I heard that she has a terrible attitude.
I mean, but Jeezy's still married. But Jeezy still married her. They had a daughter together. I think she was living a lie in front of Jeezy, and Jeezy started to see the real her, and he said, "Nah, last time I checked, I was a man on these streets." Had to spit one of his lyrics right quick. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is a prime example of her letting social media dictate her next steps instead of doing it based on the fact that maybe what she did was wrong or maybe what she did was not wrong, but pick up the phone and talk to your significant other about it and don't bring it to social media. Around that time, she was really popping. She was really showing more skin. She was trying to let everybody know that me and my baby father, we're over. You know,
aren't they still back together?
After the whole people stopped talking about them now they're trying to come back to the real reality that we need each other.
Of course.
We loved each other before we let social media. He did nothing wrong in not being okay with what his woman was wearing. Not a possession by you calling her his woman. Not a possession when she says, "That's my man." Let's stop taking words so literal and let's start. But she didn't go though because
I think she's talking about Keke and I don't even know the man's name.
Yeah, but she didn't go though. But exactly. But social media was really trying to dictate their relationship. This is what Lou said. Lou said, but she didn't go though because her and her man are still together. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, they're still together. Everyone was done to believe that she would leave her man based on what everyone's comment. Yes, as soon as maybe she used that opportunity to capitalize money wise because she was buzzing. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's what happened.
She was at Usher video.
Yes. But at the end of the day, the fact that people on social media were the ones trying to navigate where their relationship was supposed to go. Like, it couldn't be me. Most of those women saying that didn't have a man. If you go on their profile, they don't have a man. They just have like 4 kids. If you have 4 kids by like 3, 2, 4 different people, and
to each his own.
You know what? I'm not going to get into that because yeah, you're right. I just feel like I cannot go out there and create 3 offsprings with 3 women and not feel like one of those women was like who I wanted to be with for a very long time. But women, that's another thing. Women will allow these men to come in and give them these bullshit stories, right? Or these bullshit promises, and they get pregnant.
Basically, they'd be lying.
Capping. Telling them things that they think they want to hear. But I think these women know better. They just choose to, I'm just roll with it.
I know. I think when we hear things that we like, when we hear a lot of the things that we like, we're like, we forget a lot of logic. Like, logic just goes straight out the window. So then we just like, you know what? Because it makes me feel good, I'm gonna roll with it. So, Furion King said, some men don't like women but sleep with them. That's true.
Some men don't see women as wifey material, but will still sleep with them.
Yeah,
that's just how we men operate.
Well, I mean, now
and some women know that they don't want this man as their husband, but there's something that they can benefit from the man, so they're gonna sleep with him.
Yeah,
it's however you want to cut this cloth, it goes both ways. Somebody wants something. Men are looked at as having the money, so the women want the money. So I'll give you this nookie for money, and the men are like, I have the money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and use this money to get what I want. That's what is making the relationship so much harder, because in the relationship, men and women, okay, I'm going to start with the men because I am a man, and I think that men have lost the social skills on how to ask a woman out. And there's nothing to the Netflix and chill right now. Matter of fact, I don't think a man can give you anything other concrete. Don't tell me I can take you to the movies or we can go out to go eat. Those are cliche places. But if you're in the comment section and you have ideas of what an actual date is, go ahead and spell it out right now, because it's always, you want to come over to the crib, or you want to go come up with, and I'm not going to use the old school ways because people are going to say, we're no longer living in those days. We're right now, but I still hear women say the simplest things is what they actually love.
Some men don't even know how to talk to women. Like,
their social skills are all gone.
Like, this is one that I heard that really irks with. You just meet them, and the first thing you be like, "Oh, you ain't gonna give me no hug, nigga. I don't know you." And when they sat down and said that, I was like, you know what? That makes sense, because I don't know you. Why am I giving you a hug?
Wait, a nigga said that to a girl?
Yeah. Like,
he probably just wants to feel her titties. That's all.
Hey, you never know.
Because I'm sorry, if you know your worth, and like to almost add a little bit of a swag to it, you know how you operate. You don't really go around just, if she don't want to give you a hug, she don't want to give you a hug.
Oh, you're right.
Exactly. Like, hey, how are you? Exactly. Like, hey, how are you?
Right.
You don't have to be thirsty, right? It has to be the one to. I have seen girls that want to give you a hug because you smell nice, you look nice, you're funny, they connect with you, your energy's right.
I don't initiate hugs.
They don't, exactly. I don't either. Matter of fact, I hate people touching me. I fucking, if I don't know you and somebody's like, hey, why the fuck did you touch me? I don't know you like that.
The anti-spirit.
Exactly. Men that say Netflix and chill are lazy. So what are some dating ideas? Women are in the comments. Help the men out.
They might not be lazy.
Men pick and choose their words.
That might be all they could afford. That might be all that they can afford.
No, I think it's a convenience. Let's be real.
It is.
Come on. Because if it was the Netflix chill, you said that's all they can afford. How much is the Netflix per month?
I don't know how much is.
However much it is.
I think what isn't it like
however
$9 or is it going?
However much it is, you can go to Publix or go to a grocery store, buy some sandwiches, right?
Red box.
Oh, you're doing the same thing. See how you see? He took one convenience and remixed it. He did a Diddy remix. You motherfucker. You go to the grocery store. Let's just Netflix is like $20, $19.99. Go get you 2 sandwiches. Go get you a bottle of wine. You don't even need a basket. Put it in an island bag. Pick her up and drive her to the park.
Yeah.
Lay out a blanket. Stargaze, eat, laugh, whatever.
You know what? Even a drive-in movie is okay.
That's what I'm saying.
A drive-in movie, I think, would even be okay. Why? Because you don't even have to necessarily be quiet during the movie. Because you guys are in your car. You can have
Kevin Cass says if you can only afford Netflix and chill, you probably shouldn't be dating.
You're right.
But you could date. But what's wrong with dating in that bracket of a girl that can also afford Netflix and chill?
No.
We all cannot be.
No, you shouldn't be dating. You should be getting your money up. You should be getting your money up. Kevin is speaking real shit.
Not everybody's gonna be in that bracket though.
That you can't just take them to dinner.
You can go to
it doesn't even have to be a 5-star. It doesn't even have to be 5-star.
Some people will say, "I'm not going to Applebee's. I'm above Applebee's now."
Shit, then you above this date.
Exactly. So those are people that are above the Applebee's, right? The person that's doing Netflix and chill is like, I got the 2 for $20, so I can go to Applebee's. You get 2 meals, which is like me. I can go on a date with a girl, and it's only $20, and there's a light chance I'll get diarrhea when I go home.
Or what you can do is cancel your Netflix for a month, recoup that however much you paying for the Netflix, and put it towards the date.
Wow. Fearing King says he had a date at Shakespeare in the Park. That's nice.
You see, that's not bad.
I have Lou that says Andretti's Picnic, Dinner, Museum, Dave and Buster's. We're literally in 2023. Everything's available on social media to research. Now, let me counter that with you right now, Lou.
Okay.
For Lou saying, I'm going to repeat it again. Lou says Andretti's, Picnic, Dinner, Museums, Dave and Buster's. We're literally in 2023. Everything's available on social media. Right. Now, can you answer the amount of women that are going to be okay with a man to say, let's go to a museum? And the woman not say, you broke or something? Why are we going to Lazy pay $15? Or you say, let's go to a picnic. The aquarium. I don't like bugs outside. Blah, blah, blah. Or aquarium is nice because this is the biggest aquarium I think we have in the South.
Yes, the Georgia aquarium is actually really nice, but it's really nice.
But it's expensive.
It is.
So she says Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's, I would love to take, even if I get to age 50 or I'm at age 45, I would still love to go to Dave and Buster's or Andretti's as a date place because it's just we're grown kids and it's a place where you can be a grown kid. But how many women are literally going to see all these places and see it as you being cheap? Or them saying, I don't want to go. I'm not going to get dressed to go to Andretti's, Top Golf, or all these other places. I want to go to a 5-star restaurant.
Then you out of my tech, bro.
Here we go. Why would I want to come to your house on a first date? I don't even know you like that. I would assume you automatically want to smash.
Well, let's be real. Let's totally be honest. If a dude's asking you out on a date, it's because he wants to smash. It's because he wants
ultimately
the end goal.
See women at
the end goal.
There are men that see short term and long term. The men that see the short term is what we're saying. You want to smash, make it a friends with benefit, make it a, when I need some and you want some, I hit you up. There are men out there that say she's wifey material, but I still want to smash.
But when do we say that they're wifey material? We don't just look at them when we don't just first see them and be like, she's wifey material.
No,
we actually get to know you.
There's been women that come up to you and have a conversation with you and be like, damn, she dope.
Yeah.
But you don't see it as like, damn, I want to fuck. Like, damn, she's dope.
But the fact that she pretty,
yes,
makes it so much better.
But we say like, damn, she's dope.
Yeah, she's yeah.
Then we see some girls like, damn,
she thicker than frozen peanut butter, bro.
Thicker than a Snicker.
The peanut butter when you try to spread all the bread, that it ripped the bread apart. That type of peanut butter, that thick.
Furion King says he's not talking to any boy or girl otherwise that doesn't read. Talking about going to like a museum or a library or something. If you can't read what the art is saying, then why the fuck are we dating?
You know who I can read books?
I agree with y'all. in the sense that we need to, especially us in our community, Black community, we need to explore our horizon and go to some places that we normally don't go. I think that we're only limited to like probably 5 places. If you go to brunch, you're gonna see a lot of us, right, with the loud music and shit. If you go to movie theaters,
every place there's a hookah.
Yes, or any place there's arcades and shit, you're gonna see us. But when I go to like Piedmont Park, or I go to even there's the Coca-Cola place in Atlanta. There's also a place like a place you can chill and you can like a lawn on Central Olympic Park. You don't see as much of us as you see the different races. I don't know if it's something
it actually is another good date. The gym.
Oh man, the gym will get you in trouble.
The gym. No, you go to the gym.
There's so many women that are going to distract you, and the women don't like competition. I saw one woman in the gym with her boyfriend, and she goes up to this other woman and said, "Can you stop looking at my man?" And the woman's like, "What the fuck?
Really?"
Yes. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" She says, "I saw you, when he was lifting," and the man is like, "What? I'm sorry, I don't know what." But the girlfriend was just territorial as fuck. So going to the gym, when you see it, girls are always going to look at that other girl that has a bigger ass, right? Or a more toned body or slicker body and see that girl's competition. Where you and I, we go to the gym, we see a nigga that look like Booker T, or you see a nigga that look like he been pumping, like he lifts cars for a living. I'm like, damn, that nigga can probably do something right. And that's the end of our conversation, right? Like, you want to go play some basketball? That's it. But women, they have this eye on that woman the whole time they're in the gym. Like, this bitch better not come near my man.
Oh, my
this
man
bitch
better not look at her.
Yeah. And then you fuck around and you just look around because the clock over there. You're like, what's up? She gonna be looking at you like, I saw you.
What you looking at?
I want to break up. There are men that are looking for long-term relationships, knowing they're going on a date with intentions versus a date because I met you on Plenty of Fish or Tinder just for fun. That's what I was trying to say.
Do you know what I think we should do?
Versus a short term.
Do you know what I think people should do? When you go on a date, you guys should express your intentions with each other.
But people lie. So that's going to be
right. People do lie. Mm-hmm. But at least I'd still believe you should express your intentions with somebody. If you're saying, hey, I'm dating for a long-term relationship, so be it. Because there are a lot of times people be upfront with you. They'll be like, hey, I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm cool in it right now.
Young King, she says she like that. Then she has other problems. I agree with you. She has a lot of other problems. Yeah. It's crazy the expectations we have in
for each other.
But at the end of the day, I truly believe the women are the ones that hurt more when it comes to, if they don't get what they want, they don't settle. Because, a man can always go out. The men choose, right? The woman has to accept. Like we said a couple of weeks ago, what we don't want to start seeing are women that are being the ones proposing. But for the most part, men propose to the women, right? So the men are the one choosing the woman that they want. And the woman is the one accepting, like, yeah, okay, I'll marry you. You present everything I need to the table. You're a provider. You are a good man. You're blah, blah, blah. You're blah, blah, blah. Versus a woman that is saying that I make $100,000 a year. I'm not going to date a man unless he makes at least $150,000 a year.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And in 5 years, she can't find that man. But there's a man that treats her like gold and he makes $60,000 a year. But she says, I'm not going to budge on my plan. I'm not going to date this man that can treat me like a queen because he makes $60,000 a year.
But
she becomes 40 years old.
I don't have a problem.
There's still no man that chooses her.
But I don't have a problem.
And then that's she's 45.
If that's what she
wants.
Now
she's looking back like that man that was making $60,000 is now married. He has beautiful kids. The wife that he married makes $200,000 a year.
But I can't blame her.
You see how she left the ball on the court?
But I can't blame her though.
Because she made that choice?
Yeah, because
you made your bed, you lay in it?
Yeah, I mean, you have the right to whatever you want. You just have to be what that other person wants. And if you're not, then either you like the person enough that you want to become that person that he wants or she wants, or you go somewhere else to look for it. How likely you're going to find somebody is going to make, especially if you make 100,000. There are not a lot of people in this country that make $100,000. I mean, it's like what, maybe about a good
6%.
yeah, 5-6% of people make $100,000. So if you already make $100,000 and you want somebody to make more than you,
You know what's crazy though? I think solving a lot of expectations would be when you go out to dinner, at least when you got on dates, you both split the bill. So there are no expectations.
I was talking to,
But women will see that as a man being broke. But literally, think about it. If you go out with the man that you're interested in, right, and you think that, let me make sure this man just doesn't want to smash, right? Let me make sure he doesn't have anything that he can use on me. And then the man's like, well, I'm really feeling this girl, but I don't want this girl thinking that, I have all this money and she's just, we go out, we go eat, we split the bill.
actually, I know somebody that she says she doesn't allow a guy to pay for the date. She either pays for the date or she pays for her portion.
Yeah.
Because she was like, she doesn't want you to feel like you entitled.
She's smart. She's smart.
So
and at the end of the day, you can hold nothing over her. Because
right.
then they'd be like, so did you guys
you gonna let me come in?
Yeah. Exactly. Lou says there's nothing wrong. We were talking about the woman that says that she doesn't want to settle for a man that makes less than her. Lou says there's nothing wrong with that. Those are her expectations for her life. And some people have their expectations, maybe because maybe because of the way she grew up or various reasons. The risk that's the risk that they gotta take. Yeah, you're right. Life is all about risk. But all I'm saying is that a lot of women, they will pass up a good man all because his finances doesn't match up to hers. All I'm also saying is that the word finance has taken such a priority over or in relationships that it's causing a lot more damage than it is helping. Just because a woman is making more doesn't mean that her, like you said, Lou, and you said, if she makes that decision, that if she makes that choice, if that's what she wants to roll with, then those are the consequences. Like, because then at 40, she might find somebody that's what she needed, what she wanted, and they're happily ever after, right? She may or she may not. But we should not use finances as a reason to let a lot of good people slip by our lives. We should also not use finances as a way to leverage who we look up and look down on. There are good people in both categories, in the middle, the lower, and the higher upper class. There are good people that once had it and they fell off of it, and there are people that are on their way to making it. You just can't say because me and my brother make $500,000 a year. Nobody at this table that makes less than that can sit there.
Honestly, I don't think money defines you. Mm-hmm. Money doesn't define who you are. Money doesn't make you a great person or a terrible person. What makes you a great person or a terrible person are your actions. That's the real thing. Your actions determine the type of person you are, not your money. So it's good to have it now. Don't get me wrong. It's very good to have money because you're able to live a certain way.
Life is so much better with money.
Right. Right. So, but besides that, I mean, the way that people nowadays look at money is like, if I don't have money, my life is terrible. And it's not true. I mean,
it's harder.
It's actually harder because
the competition out there makes it almost look like there is no tomorrow when you don't have money, or when money's not looking right. How about that? Not that you don't have money. And Kev, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of people out there that want to almost impersonate a power couple, what they see on social media, because before social media, there were a lot of people that got through life just living the everyday struggle, which meant that they lost their job, which meant that they got demoted, which meant that the house that they wanted to buy fell through and they couldn't get it, which means that they need to make a car payment, but they don't really have that money right now. But now with social media, the competition is just up there. Right. You can't go on social media in a 2020 BMW, and then in a year we see you in a 2020 Kia. People gonna want, you can't go from you having a Rolex around your wrist and now you got a Batman watch.
Right.
People are going to start asking questions like, what's going on with his finances? And then you're so addicted to that attention you're getting, because they tell you social media is a drug. So you get addicted to the attention you're getting. Your views go from you having like 500 views to now you having like 20,000 views, because people are now checking who you are, because you're garnering that attention. You fuck around and go buy the blue check because you're feeling like, let me complete this package. Let me be this person that I'm really not. Now, you started to build a life that you are not truly, but you've already accepted the addiction that comes with you being this person. So then you can't roll back. And if you try to roll back, you're gonna say my Instagram got hacked, and you don't have an Instagram anymore.
Right.
Not you don't have an Instagram anymore. You don't have nothing to show off anymore. You're back living with your mama now. Your girl left you because
you ain't got it. You ain't got nothing no more. So yeah, I mean, but I do agree with you where you say we shouldn't let finances or stuff like that, finances, looks, all that type of stuff. We should not let that define us. That shouldn't be the sole reason why we get into relationships.
Yeah.
I think it has to be, I believe it has to be like more to it than just those surface things. Like I need to, and I think this is what helps relationships is me believing I have a duty to you.
Mm-hmm.
Me believing I have a duty to you, and you believing you have a duty to me. Because when we feel like we have a duty towards for one another, no matter what hardship can get in our way, we'll always go get through it.
Yes. Now, men should also be okay. Kevin Cat said you're better off looking for somebody that's you're better off just looking for someone who can take care of themselves and love you for you, and go start a business with someone else. Now, another thing I want to say to men is that if you are okay going to like the museum, going to like a bike ride, going to something simple as a date, then continue to look for girls that like that. If there's a girl that you find attractive, or you think that, damn, this girl, and she's the one that's telling you to take you to a 5-star restaurant, and you're not comfortable with that on the first date, be okay losing out on that.
Not everybody's for you.
The NBA goes 7 games. They lose some games and they recoup. And you know what? I'm going to look for somebody that aligns with what you like and what you need. And I promise you, as you continue to align and you get together, there are no surprises. But 5-star restaurants become rewards and treats. Like, go out to go eat. Then you look forward to booking that 5-star restaurant. But if you go to the 5-star restaurant on the first date, then what are you doing on the second date? A 10-star restaurant? They make those? Man. You go to Space to go eat?
And bro, I can't even fault you, because it's like dudes also have this like crazy expectation for women. They want their woman to have a big booty, look like Beyonce, but able to cook and clean and do all this other stuff. Look, bro, you want your girl to basically look like an Instagram model,
and you have a beer belly. You look like you're 3 months pregnant. So it's like the sheep call, whatever they call it.
The pot called the kettle black.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So you over here trying to get a woman that's an Instagram model, and you know what it takes to keep them, and you still try to holler at them, and you don't even have the finances to take care of them.
Not even close. You got a payment arrangement on your cell phone bill because they're about to disconnect you.
No, you prepaid. Oh, you prepaid. You still go get the card and load it on your phone.
And you're only happy when you get the places where they're free Wi-Fi. Then you don't have
McDonald's.
To use they stay at McDonald's, Starbucks. They at the mall all day because that's where the Wi-Fi be at.
Man. So yeah. So I mean, I believe we have to do better in we have to do better in looking past surface level things. We need to look at deeper stuff. We need to look at, hey, does this person align with my life? Does this person fit what I'm doing? If I have this person, does this person bring me peace?
Don't be blinded by the booty, guys.
Right.
And women, don't be so, I want this one, this one, this one, this on the first date. If you're interested in the guy, right? Everything takes time.
Yeah. And
you have to really get to know somebody.
And relationships are boring.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Yes.
Relationships are boring. There's
Yes.
nothing exciting about relationships.
There are a lot of things exciting.
But I'm talking about like the way that they portray it, like in these movies. It's not a movie. Relationships generally are boring. You have
say
great
relationship
moments.
is work. I won't say it's boring, it's work. Because you almost have to always find a way to find excitement, entertainment.
Right. But it's not
to keep that flame going.
Right. But it's not something that's gonna be like Monday, y'all going to Paris. Tuesday, y'all having sex in the back of the movie theater.
That's exactly. You ask some of these women, that's how they want it to be. Oh, I want him to take me to Dubai on Monday. We come back and then we go to Paris on Tuesday.
Have sex on the private jet on Wednesday.
Talking about I want to go to Paris and Dubai the same day. It's not even the same time zone. How you gonna do that? I don't know.
My
man to make it happen.
So yeah, I think both men and women have crazy expectations for each other. I just think we need to sit down and make some exceptions, and try to like look for the more important things in each other. Because we both need each other. Men and women, we need each other. No matter how you want to slice it.
Furion King, you're absolutely right. When you're in a relationship, you continue to date your girl, or your girl or your boyfriend. You continue to court them, right? Continue to take them out. They don't have to ask to be taken out. You just bring it up. You come home with flowers, right? Show her you appreciate her, even if she probably doesn't like flowers. You come home, she cooks for you. She doesn't have to ask where we're going to cook out, where we're going to eat out today. It's work.
And sex is not. And Valentine's Day presents. Sex is not a present. Please.
It is after you've gotten her a gift, then you give her.
No, it's not a. That's no sex. No, because there are women out there that'll be like, oh, what? Like you get them everything, and the next thing you know, you be waiting for what you got, and they're like, this cat. I'm like,
no, they're like, hold on, let me go to the shower. Excuse me.
I don't even want it no more.
You don't even have it ready?
Right.
And you took forever to come home. Like, I was working. You literally knew where I was at all day. You know what I'm saying? Women will always be materialistic and men will always be sex driven.
Yeah, definitely.
But women should stop using the sex driven part as a disadvantage for us. As a weapon. While using the materialistic thing for them as I don't see the big deal out of it. If you can see the big deal out of men wanting sex, then men should see the big deal out of women always wanting material.
And Lou said Valentine's Day isn't for men.
Oh, hell really? No.
Really? Oh, you see? This is
a sexist stuff we're talking about. You see?
Lou sexist.
We're going to have Lou on the show. If Lou is in Atlanta, we're going to have her on the show talking about Valentine's Day is not for men.
Okay.
All right.
So
what is Christmas for women too?
All right, we gonna have to get back to that. We're definitely gonna have to get back to that.
Our next show should definitely be about how men should date women.
How they should actually date women.
Yes, give men pointers on how to date women. Lou kind of tapped into it a little bit. If we go back up, she said something to the effect of Andretti's, picnic, dinner, museum. The dinner, you're going to have to really elaborate on dinner because like we said, there's certain dinners that cost $200 and there's certain dinners that's
2 for $5.
2 for $20. The 2 for $5, you're not getting a second date. Matter of fact, he's getting out the car at the drive-thru because you're not going inside your broke ass. Talk about 2 for $5. And can you add no cheese to hers? She don't like. She's lactose.
She lactose intolerant.
Like
I don't need her fucking up my bathroom when we get home.
and there is no guest bathroom.
We share one bathroom.
And the bathroom is in the bedroom. So all that noise you making and you act like you coughing, it ain't coughing.
It ain't coughing. Don't do that.
And you ain't been in the shower for no fucking hour. The shower don't make that smell. You come in the bed, you like,
unless you bathe in the sewer water.
No, she tried to get into bed like, can you go to the living room for like an hour? Let the smell just marinate out of here. So she did say Andretti's, right? Andretti's to me would be number one because I believe Andretti's is where a big kid would love to go, and that's usually what men are. The sophisticated men would love to go to a museum or art show. Dave and Buster's will align with Andretti's. there's so many things. You're right. We are in 2023. There's so many things, but our problem was that how are we going to know that these women are going to be yes, Kevy Kev, the 2 for $20 is for her kids, not for it's not for him. She wants 20. She wants the 20 nuggets and the 2 large fries
with the
sweet and sour sauce
and sweet tea.
There we go, a large sweet tea. But yeah, in 2023, there are a lot of places that you can choose to take a girl out on. I think a lot of men fear picking up the phone and texting the girl and say, "Hey, do you want to go to one of those? What are those things you go in and you try to solve the escape room?
Escape room.
If you want to go to the escape room, and she look at you like, nigga, what?
I need to go to one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were gone, but it's still a thing in 2023. Or do you want to go bowling? Or do you want to, maybe before you go on a date, try to find each other's interest.
Yeah,
and find a common ground. Exactly, find a common ground. Don't just come out the woodwork and say, "Hey, do you want to go do this and that?" Ask her what she likes.
So next episode we're going to get into more of that.
Yes,
it's actually a good topic.
Yes,
so y'all going to have to tune in next week.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we might actually do a show during the week.
If he pays his baby mama, he's hiding right now. That's why we hear this late.
Have a baby.
He doesn't want to go back home right now. I saw her at the door waiting.
Don't worry, y'all.
The first date should be the 20 questions. Should it be the first date or before the first date? Where you can almost randomly ask the 20 questions before you get on that first date so you have a better understanding.
Now, I think you should ask some questions. Before, we're going to get back. We're going to get to this because we're going to start. Look, tune in next week. Tune in this week. I'll let y'all know. Y'all tune in on my Instagram. I'll let y'all know we're going to be on here next week. During the week. But we'll definitely be here on Sunday next week, no matter what. If we have a show or not, we're going to be here next week, Sunday. So tune in, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back next week.
Lou, Valentine's Day is for everybody. We'll be back next week. LagosTraffic, or as the Nigerians would say, LagosTraffic.
Yes.
If we have the opportunity, we'll be back this week. We out. 1.
Follow this wave. I don't want to play the games you play.